Hi guys, welcome back to another fun tea session with me. And in this one, we're going to be covering something very important to all of you who are recent graduates who've just gotten out of college or are in their final years and trying to figure out what to make of their careers. So if that's important to you, come along. But before we do get started, quick introductions. Hi guys, my name is Arushi. I have about 7 years of experience building tech products. I am a computer science engineer turned marketeer turned product manager and now a content creator. I mean, while I'm still a product manager, but I have started this journey of content creation now. And in these experiences of shifting careers, I've also shifted geographies. I've learned a bit about how to build your professional life and what are the things that you need to be careful about. And in this channel, I talk about exactly that, all things tech, product, and general adulting career. So without further ado, let's get started on the topic at hand. I know a lot of you guys are recent graduates or are still studying and want to understand how should you shape your careers, and I'm so glad that you're here. You're trying to understand answers to those questions. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to figure out what career option would best suit you, and wait till the end because I'll also give you tips on how to make a perfect resume to match the job that you want to seek. So I know that you're interested in that, so keep watching. Like I said, I wanted to first give you a little bit on how do you select the right job for you. Now I know as a 21-year-old or a 22-year-old, it might be it might sound a little bit grown up to you, but figuring out your values, your 5-year 10-year plan is a little bit important in figuring out your direction. I'll give you my example. When I was 21, at that point I thought about what is it that I want to do with my life, what is my perfect life. And it's not about my professional life, but your job also determines your general life. Like for example, I live a life in Dubai, but that's determined because I found a job here and then everything happened, right? So when I was thinking of the kind of life that I wanted in general, I knew I wanted to move out of India and really explore the world a little. I also knew that working in technology, working in something which is more logical and problem solving, requires a lot of that, would be something that I'll enjoy generally. Like it's not about where I want to build my career, but it's just like what kind of thing do I like to do day in and day out. So I knew those two things about myself. So I knew I wanted to pick up something which is transferable so that I can get the opportunity to move out of India. Obviously, I could have also chosen to study outside India, but whatever, I chose this, that I'll take a career or pick up a career which is more transferable, hence coding or product management, for both on those lines. I also knew that I wanted to be somewhere close to technology. Again, both coding and product management were linked to that. So I found my sweet spot. But if I just say that one day I woke up and I suddenly had all the answers, that's not how it was. In fact, I'm glad if a few of you are already in your second or third year and not in your final years, because you have so much time to figure yourself out, spend that time with yourself. And the best way I think to do it is to have a conversation with someone who's very close to you and keep having those conversations about what is it that you value. In this current age of Instagram and constant gratification and FOMO, it's hard to know that is it something that you truly value, or is it something that someone put on Instagram and now you're like, I want what they have. So it's important that you understand that. And I know as a 22-year-old it's a little bit hard to figure that out, but you need to spend more time with yourself. Like a lot of people say traveling solo gives you a lot of understanding about what you like and you don't like. Again, someone who's done that herself, and I've traveled solo in India and in Europe, I think yes, it did. So maybe spend some time with yourself like that, or do some journaling, or talk to someone around you, like someone who's a friend who can just give you a sounding board about your ideas. But spend time understanding what is it that truly gives you happiness. Why did coming out of India give me happiness? I think I just did not want to be set in a place where I was born. I wanted to maybe explore other places, see what the world has to offer. And maybe this is a borrowed dream also. My husband had the dream and he was my then boyfriend, and we both used to talk about it, and then I just borrowed his dream. So it's possible that it's a borrowed dream for you as well, but it has to resonate with you. I just did not borrow the dream because he was saying it. I borrowed it because the idea seemed quite nice to me as well. So it can be a borrowed dream as long as it matches with your values, right? So that is something that you have to do, one. Two, like I was saying, that I also try to understand where my strengths lie. What is it that I truly like doing, where I can actually shine a bit. See, obviously, you should not shy away from improving yourself, improving on your weaknesses, but you should understand your strengths and play at them as well. So for example, I know I can be creative, but I'm not an extremely creative person, that I cannot be like, good at the arts and designing stuff and so on. So as like a designer opportunity was never a thing for me. I mean, I would have loved to be good at it and do it, but I know that I could never design because I'm just like really bad at it. So you have to figure out what your strengths are, where where you can shine, and then marry your values to your strengths a bit and find the perfect match. One more thing is, once you've figured out your values and your strengths for yourself, then it might still be hard for you to figure out what opportunities, what roles would suit you given your strengths and your values. Plus, as a 21-year-old, both of these strengths and the values are also not polished enough that you can call them like proper strengths and proper values. Those are the vague directions that you think you want, right? So you also need to live a little. With this, what I'm trying to come at is that do not pressurize yourself that you need to figure out all the answers just yet. I really genuinely do believe in having worked a bit, that a lot of us will switch careers, and I'm not the only one who's done it a few times. I have done it, I mean, twice, like proper shifts, and then I think maybe this this content creator gig is also something that's becoming more and more important for me. And it's okay if your first date doesn't work out. You have multiple other options to switch careers later. That's how the world is progressing. Every 4-5 years we have like a mega change in the way we work. New jobs emerge, and just chill. Like do not take yourself too seriously. It's fine if you don't have all the answers, but having those directions is good enough. I've said this before in a video, that if you know what you want, not exactly, but at least if you know the direction, you will get there. Because it's like the whole universe will try to make it happen for you. You just need to keep telling the universe that this is what I think I want, and the next step and the next step and the next step will keep happening. However, the other thing is that your values, your strengths, everything you figured out, now you take that to a mentor. I keep saying that to all of you guys on this channel, that having a mentor is the single thing that you need. I mean, not the single, but a very important thing that you need. And of course, I'm here for you. Put all your questions on the comment section below. But you also need a mentor who's there for you in real life. Someone with whom you can generally just connect and tell them that this is what I want, and that mentor should be someone who can give you some direction. It can't be someone who doesn't know much. I mean, like your younger sibling. Great if they can be a sounding board, but they cannot be a mentor for you. Someone who knows a little bit more than you, so that they can give you the right direction. So seek a mentor, and don't be shy, my friend. Please don't be shy. Just don't try to pick up a mentor who's miles away from you. Pick up someone who's maybe a meter away from you. So keep picking up people, and you keep going like this. So let's say that you are someone who's looking to move outside of your country. You're living right now in India and you want to move to, let's say, Dubai. Now there's one way that you reach out to me on LinkedIn or whatever, and maybe we could chat. But maybe I get a lot of those emails or messages. I might not respond to every one of them. It's impossible for me to do that. So maybe reaching out to me might be a little bit of a distant connect. Seeking me as a mentor might not work for you. What would probably work is see in your network the seniors from your college. Maybe someone who's 2, 3, 4, 5 years senior to you is already in Dubai. They will respond to you. Or maybe someone in your family. Do not, at times we just don't use our family well enough. Yeah, come on. We are at a place where we're not joint families anymore. We're like all nuclear families. So use your families, reach out to them, your cousins, whoever, friends of cousins, whatever. But you will definitely find people within your network who would be able to give you the guidance that you need, and will be close enough to you to respond from a place of knowledge. And sure, maybe your cousin or maybe your friend might not have all the knowledge, might not have the right knowledge, but they might have the right connect, and then connect, and then connect. That might just be a better and a easier approach for you. So long story short, I keep rambling, I don't know why. But anyway, long story short, you need to get a mentor and have a mentor in real life. While that's important, but again, comment on the section below if you have any other questions for me. To my comments, I always respond. So this is a safe space for all of you guys. Any comments, any further clarifications, any doubts, I am happy to chat with you on the comment section. So that apart, now that we've figured out our strengths, we've figured out our values, we've spoken to a mentor, gotten the next direction, great, everything's great. But this also doesn't happen to everyone. I mean, I understand a lot of us, and I mean, honestly speaking, like 10 years. It's almost been 10 years since I graduated from my engineering, and now I can say, oh, know your values, oh, know your strengths. But I think I was quite lost, and I picked up the opportunity that just was presented to me. I mean, I was really dependent on the college placements. From there, whatever I got, I joined that organization, and yeah, and then I was there 2 years. Everyone was going for masters, I did too. I mean, if you really have to think of it like that, maybe I was just pushed through life the way it was happening for me. I was not really in control of it, if you want to say put it like that. But I think a lot of those decisions, a lot of those um, although they might seem like, hey, you did not have a very big decision to play, or the decisions were obvious, but there were decisions. And for a 21-year-old, even those were freaky decisions, like, should I go out of India, should I think about that, should I do this? I mean, those are all complicated decisions at that point. So what I'm trying to say is that it's okay if you just get, run with the flow. If you got some placement from campus and you are not sure if you like it, just go for it, explore it, stick with it for 6 months, 8 months, a year, and see if you really like it or not. Maybe something new will open up for you. In case you have very clear understanding of what you want, sure, like, my blessings to you. But if you don't, then try out the opportunities that you have. Like, my suggestion to you would be, explore. If you have already gotten a placement, or you think you'll be able to get a placement, whatever it is, like, however small it might be, go for it, get into the real world. You'll understand a lot about it. You'll see what are the different types of roles, because when we're studying, we abstract a lot of it out. We can tell you there's tech, there's business, and then there's operations. Maybe that's finance and operations. Maybe that's how we'll put it. But within business, there are multiple other roles to play. Within finance, there'll be multiple other roles to play. So you need to go out in the world and see how exactly an organization is structured. Maybe you'll understand HR is a very interesting thing for you, which nobody in your college will even talk about. So it's important that you go out, step out there, whatever you get, just go out there, go with your best intentions, and just be at it. So that's my advice number 2 for you. If figuring out the way doesn't work for you, being actively in charge doesn't work for you, forget it. Be passive. Just go the next step. Just do the next thing about what life offers you. It's fine. You have a lot of time in the world. You have the gift of time at your hand right now. It's fine. And let's say you're in a position where you even don't have a job opportunity at hand. There is no placement for you. You have to figure it out all by yourself. Then I would say, I mean, I don't like to beat about the bush in this channel. I don't like to give unrealistic advice in this channel, so I'll be very realistic. See, if you're someone who doesn't have placements in their campus, doesn't have that opportunity, that means that you have to fight a little bit harder. So what I would do if I were in your situation is, I would just list it down, probabilistically speaking, which organization or which place can I get placed at, like which place can just give me money right now. Let's just in the hierarchy of things, we'll just solve for money at the beginning, whatever gets me started, because getting started is the first thing, my friend. You don't know anything about the world. Go out there, right? So maybe see seniors in your college, where are they? Maybe they're in a startup, maybe they've started up their own thing, maybe they're doing some part-time thing, maybe they're interning somewhere, whatever. See the 2, 3, 4 year senior batch and see where they are spread out. Now from that spread, and LinkedIn works really well for that, you can ask your campus if there's any department that handles that as well. Otherwise LinkedIn will work. And just once that spread is visible to you, now aim on 2 or 3 sectors. Let's say you see a lot of people are in banking, you see a lot of people are probably in startups. So okay, those 2 places you want to target. Now you reach out to 5, 6 people who are maybe 2 or 3 seniors, not 5, 6 years seniors, but 2, 3 years maybe senior to you. Reach out to those guys and tell them, how do I get in? Those are the guys who would know exactly what is the most recent criteria. They would know the right opportunities that might be available to you, and then figure it out. I know it sounds a little hard, and it's a lot of work, and you are too young, and it's a lot of pressure. But see, honestly, if your seniors could do it, so can you. Just like I always think, whenever I say something complex that comes to me, I just tell myself that if the person who's my peer, if they could do it, if a few of my peers have done it, then chill, you can do it as well. Never question yourself, your abilities. It's fine, you'll be able to do it. Just have faith and just keep doing the next step, and the next step, and things will work out. So again, these were my 2 advices for people who wanted to figure out their career opportunities. And now coming to the part which you were the most interested in, which is how do you make your CV. Now I would leave you with 3 core points on making a CV for any job profile, and this is for anyone. The first is, keep it relevant. Now, how do we keep it relevant? You look at the job descriptions for the job that you're applying to. If I'm applying for a bank job, or if I'm applying for a finance job, for a product management job, for a coder job, whatever, you'll have plenty of JDs online available. Look at them and see what are the terms used, what is the criteria, what is the kind of skills that they're looking for. Now, you wouldn't have the same experience, but you can still have the same skills. For example, in a product job, we ask for analytical skills. Obviously, you have not done product management before, but you could have done a data analytics based project in campus, or you might have run some Excel modeling somewhere in a course. So you can use that, like just put it in a way where it looks like, okay, you've done some analysis. Obviously, if someone is hiring a fresher, they're okay with someone who doesn't have the right product experience, but they do want someone who understands Excel, can run maybe a formula there. Maybe if you don't have any relevant skill, do a course. It's fine. With a fresher, it's fine. If you have a course also, that's good. So figure out the skills and do a course, or figure out any relevant experience from your current experience set and put it like that over there. The second thing is keep it short. I absolutely hate when people come to me with 2-3 pager resumes. You're a fresher, you don't have enough experience. Please don't give me 2 pages long. Really, there's nothing you've done that is worth 2 pages at this point. The right limit, the prescribed limit usually is that for every decade of your career, you add a page. You, my friend, don't even have a year. So please, don't. I'm sorry again, I like to call a spade, and I'm sorry if it hurts, but please, no long pages. Keep all of your sentences in one line. If it doesn't fit a line, maybe 1.5, 2 lines, but don't go beyond that. You've done nothing that requires 2 lines, really, seriously, honestly. My CV has all lines which are 1-liners. I could put it, you can put it as well. By the way, I've attached my CV over here, you can look at it as well. So that's the point number 2, keeping it short. And third, put it, think about the reader, build it for the audience who's reading you. So if you're building it for someone who works in tech and you talk a lot about marketing related jargons, or you put a lot of jargons that are not relevant to someone who's reading a CV, they'll not get it. So keep the language simple, think about the reader, and then write your content. Again, I've linked my CV. I have also linked it to the section below. You can just open it up, check it out, just get the vibe of it, that this is what it requires to build a good CV. Again, repeating the 3 points: keeping it relevant, keeping it short, and keeping it as per the reader, making it simple for them to understand. These are the 3 core tips that I can tell you. And I can tell you, any experience can be put relevant for any other experience, as long as the skills are transferable. If you have any more doubts on it, I've linked to another video that I did on the same topic. But if you want me to do another video, then comment on the section below and I will. Also, if you get me 100 likes on this video, I'll do it as well. So with this, I finished this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also share it with your friends who are in the same boat as you. And I'll see you in the next time. Ta-da!